This morning, I was reminded of a simple but important truth about photography. Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Photo. I'm Bill Ferris, and in this video I'd like to share with you an experience I had this morning, and it ended up being a reminder to me about what I referenced in that teaser, a simple but important truth about photography. And it's simply this, that you can't make your next great photograph unless you're out with your camera taking photographs. Now, that might sound a little simplistic, but let me share with you that experience and I think you'll get my meaning. So this morning I went out to do some wildlife photography. I was trying out some new gear that I acquired to help me blend in with the environment so I can get closer to those animals that I'm trying to photograph. I was up at 4 a.m. I was out at my shooting location by about 4:30 and all set up and ready to go well before sunrise. Well, after 4 hours of photography, I should say after 4 hours of patiently waiting, I had taken a grand total of 9 exposures. And the two best of those, and let's take a look at those, the two best of those 9 exposures, frankly, aren't even all that great. And so I packed up my gear, I walked back to the car, I was planning on driving home. I was feeling a bit discouraged. Well, on my way back into Flagstaff, I decided to stop at a location where I'd had some good success photographing eagles earlier this year during the winter months. And when I got there, I parked, got out of the car with my camera, and was walking to the trail that would take me to this shallow marsh that I was going to check out. And I noticed a shadow pass directly overhead. And so I instinctively looked up, and what do I see but a turkey vulture? And it didn't just make a pass and continue on its way, it started orbiting the area directly over me. So I spent about the next minute making several photographs as this turkey vulture orbited and passed directly overhead, I think about 3 times and at pretty close distance. So I was really pleased with that. That was an unexpected and pleasant surprise, but that wasn't even half of it. You see, there were 2 red-tailed hawks who were trying to chase away this turkey vulture along with 4 or 5 others from the area. And I ended up spending about the next 10 minutes photographing the hawks and the turkey vultures as they just orbited and harassed each other. It was totally unexpected, and I ended up, well, I mentioned I had taken 9 photographs during my first 4 hours. During that 10 to 15 minute stretch at that stop that I'd made just on a whim, I took another 210 exposures. And I got some really nice shots of the hawks and the turkey vultures. We'll take a look at those while I'm finishing up here. And so the point of that simple but important truth that I referenced earlier, you can't make your next great photograph unless you're out with your camera taking photographs, is simply this. Get out with your camera and do some photography. The only way that we improve, that we get better as photographers, is if we're out using our cameras to take photographs. The only way we have a chance at making the next great photograph is by doing exactly that as well. Getting out with the camera, doing photography. And so this morning I went out with one plan in mind. I was discouraged by the results. I was frustrated by the results. But because I decided to stop at a location on a whim, I ended up having about the best 10 to 15 minutes that I've had in a long time photographing those birds. And so I hope that my experience serves as something of an inspiration to you. Get out with your camera, do some photography, whether it's today, this weekend, or next weekend, or tomorrow. If you've got a free evening, a free afternoon, whatever free time you have, take advantage of that. Get out with your camera, do some photography. You'll have fun, you'll grow, you'll develop some new skills, and you might just make another great photograph. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm Bill Ferris, and I'll see you next time on 5-Minute Photo.